What is gaming? Is gaming playing games? Many would say yes, but is not a quiz also a game in a sense? That's the question that I'm going to answer that nobody asked. We're going to do tonight something a little different. I'm going to play some online quizzes. And I hope the music's not too loud in the background there. I just didn't want it to be dead silent. We got some theoretically copyright-friendly video game music playing in the background. Basically, but yeah, so I want to do something different. And so what I did was I asked my my wife and my mod team, who are in fact the same person, thank you, Hannah, to compile some quizzes for me to take. Some of those online quizzes of like what character from this franchise are you? What in this case, what color or something. I don't know. I haven't seen them. That's the point. We're gonna go through them together, and we're gonna see. Let's have some fun. Nintendo, notorious for its chill. Well, weirdly enough, their music in the background of stuff tends to be one of the least likely to get copyright claimed. So I'm going for it. And also, I don't know. What am I gonna do? Make my own music? I don't have that kind of time. But anyway, as you can see, I'm gonna zoom in. Try to zoom in on all of these. There we go. Because this is gonna be a lot of sites that are on my my large desktop. They're gonna be kind of hard to navigate and see on anything other than a full-size screen. Gets copyright claim all the time. You never hear about it because they kill the offenders. Fucking bring it on. Let's start the quiz. Color Quiz is a free 5-minute personality test based on decades of research by color psychologists around the world. There are no complicated questions to answer. You simply choose colors with a click of a mouse. Your test results are completely confidential, and we do not keep the results. This test is based on the work of Dr. Mash Lushar and is used worldwide, most notably in Europe, by psychologists, doctors, government agencies, and universities to screen their candidates. Since the 1950s, the test has been given to hundreds of thousands of people. For more information on the test, click here. Neat! Let's take the quiz. To take this short test, you will select colors from a group. Pick the color that makes you feel the best when you look at it first. Then repeat the process for the remaining colors until none of them are left. Mysterious. Pick your gender. I'm a boy. Select the color that makes me feel the best. Interesting. As much as I would like to feed the darkness of my cold goth heart, I have to say I am attracted to this whole swath here, this sort of like muted, dull, but like still vibrant thing. I don't know. I think it's this one. I think it's the forest green. Then this one, and then this one. Maybe the orange. I don't like these colors reroll. Well, I don't think I can do that. I think I'm stuck with what I got. There. Color test part 2. Now you need to look at the colors again. Don't try to duplicate the choices you made in the first part. This is not a memory test. Pick the colors in the order they make you feel the best. For the most accurate results, wait until the counter reaches 0 to move on. Well, fuck. I gotta wait? Suppose I can sort of comment on what's happening around me here. I can start the download of an enormous PDF. I don't know what's in it. Hopefully nothing incriminating from somebody else's personal data, because I feel like that just shouldn't be out there. Although now it's gone. So I'd see what it looked like in other languages, but I'm afraid of the counter resetting. There could be anything in that PDF, even a color quiz. The possibilities of the wonders of the world are endless. Confounding.
And spicy.
Let's see, what else is there? Oh, there's a Tropicana ad. Give life some juice, Tropicana. Why am I giving life juice? You should be giving juice to me. You're the one with the juice supply, Tropicana. Fucking... Don't put this on me. I'm gonna write them a letter. This side of material within are copyright 1998 to 2026, coloredquiz.com. All rights reserved. Wow, so this has been up here for nearly 30 years. Orange juice ads introduce a bias towards orange. You're right. Oh my god. And this introduces bias toward blue, I guess? Or maybe white? Doesn't matter. I can continue now. Okay. Oh, posture check. Ooh. Whew. Cracked the shit out of my neck there. Makes me feel the best. Always gonna start with forest green. I think, yeah. I don't know if I'm picking these in any other kind of order, but I just kind of went with what it happened. Color test results.
Thank you for taking the color quiz. These results are provided as a fun way to examine your personality, but even though the results are very accurate,
Sure.
you should not consider them a diagnosis. See a doctor or psychologist for that.
Oh, good. Oh, thank God. I was ready to declare myself a fucking schizophrenic because I like maroon or whatever. Existing situation. Desires to be respected by others in order to gain their trust and support for his own personal gain. What? What wild sentence. This asshole wants to be respected by others, but it's only because he wants to be supported by them. Isn't that just human relationships? This guy wants to be liked by his friends. What an asshole. Your stress sources. Unfulfilled hopes have left him feeling uncertain and even a little fearful about the future. Needs to feel secure and avoid further disappointment. Fears he will be looked over, lose his position, or lose respect. Has little hope that things will get better in time, and his negative attitude leads him to place impossible demands on others or to compromise or bargain. Don't we all, right? Lose his position to lose respect. Hope of things. Negative attitude leads him to place impossible demands on others. I don't think that's true. I think I place impossible demands on myself. I don't think I barely ever place demands on others. I'm really uncomfortable doing that. I'd rather be on the sidelines, barely being perceived, than ordering people around. My restrained characteristics. Open and emotionally involved in relationships and easily find satisfaction through sexual activity. Hello! Oh my god. What the hell? Sound the horny alarm. Self-centered. Tends to take it personally and is easily offended, which leaves him feeling isolated. He is forced to be happiness and pleasure on hold. Not sure that's a sentence. What the hell? He is forced to be happiness and pleasure on hold for new due to his limiting circumstances. I think they're trying to say that I place immediate gratification on hold because I can't afford it. Which, I mean, it's true in a sense. This is the same point. Point 4 is the same as point 1. What the hell? Man, this quiz really wants people to know that I like to fuck. And I mean, who doesn't? But still, that's the truth. I know there's people that doesn't, but I'm not one of those people that doesn't. So I guess, good job. Good job on that. Sure. Your desired objective. Wants 5 is the same as 3. What the fuck? Wants to make a good impression on others. He's seen as a special individual like no one else. He is constantly observing how others react to him and how to make sure this is true. He knows how to effectively gain special recognition by planning and scheming. What? Am I a cartoon villain? He is drawn to things which are beautiful and unique. That's not true. I'm drawn to things that are mass-produced and ugly as hell. Still seems very horoscopy. He is draw.
I am the drawing. I am the force of art. I am art itself.
Has been disappointed and let down. This is my actual problem, apparently.
Yeah, you know, we have all this stuff basically fucking character assassinating you, but this is your real fucking problem, buddy.
Has been disappointed and let down. Believes it is pointless to come up with new goals as they will most likely disappoint as well. Need to be recognized and respected, but is worried about the future. Reacts by avoiding situations where he will be criticizes. And it's true, I do that. I don't want to be criticizes. Or others will attempt to influence him. Tries to take charge of the situation by controlling the details and strengthen his position. Well, as I expected, some of that sounds true about me. Some of that sounds completely made up. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to choose the opposite. Now, I'm going to see if the results are any different if I choose colors in just a completely strange whack order. So let's go with black first, and then just kind of randomly spam through the others. And then I'm not gonna wait because I'm not even doing this for real. And then just like complete different order. Okay. My existing situation needs protection for anxiety and conflict with a personal relationship that is close and understanding and nurturing. I mean, this might have nailed me better than the one I did seriously. Let down from hopes and dreams, being unfulfilled or disappointing him. Is doubtful and uncertain about the future. There's a hope and... This is the same opening sentence, I'm pretty sure. Feels conflicted between hope and necessity, causing undue, not the right form of undue, pressure and stress. Is unable to make smart choices and helpful decisions. But are you draw? I don't know if I am draw. I haven't gotten there yet. Spends too much time and energy pursuing minor insignificant issues as a means of escaping. All right, that one also maybe, I don't know. Although he is able to find contentment through sexual activity, he feels hopeless to change his problems and difficulties and continues to make the best of what he has. What the fuck does that mean? Although, what? Unfortunately, this man cannot fuck his way out of problems. What does that mean? Fascinated by the idea of mutual true love and tenderness, embarrassed by this belief, and refuses to admit openly he feels this way. Ah, God, yeah, I would never openly get married to a woman. Instead, he chooses to be neither loving nor tender to further hide his true belief. Love you, honey. Has high standards for himself and feels he cannot reach those standards and he's able to prove himself to others to bring him that already said that. Okay. Well, unfortunately, I am no longer draw, apparently. Perhaps I'm paint. Or perhaps I'm sculpt. All right. Well, that was... That sure was. Now let's see another thing that has to do with colors. And by the way, chat, if you're watching and you want to submit a quiz for me to take, that is the conceit of this stream is that if you have a quiz online, you find a quiz online, you're like, hey, streamer, what do you think about this? I will at least open the link and look at it. So I got 10 quizzes lined up, which I think might be long enough to take me through a couple of hours. But you know, I'd love some backups. I'd love some additional input. I'd love to accept all cookies. I'd love to accept all cookies. Yummy.
Be like cookie.
It's Cookie Monster. Okay. The X-Rite Color Challenge and Hue Test.
Are you among the 1 in 255 women and 1 in 12 men who have some form of color deficiency? If you work in a field where color is important, or you're just curious about your color IQ, take our online challenge to find out. Based on the Farnsworth-Munsell 100 Hue Test, this online challenge is a fun, quick way to better understand your color vision acuity. Just remember, this is not a replacement for the full test. All right. I mean, I am like 99% sure that I am not in any way colorblind. I tend to have really good color vision. I knew the dress was blue and black from the jump. But hey, why not? Directions. The first and last color chips are fixed.
Drag and drop the colors in each row to arrange them by hue color. Okay. Oh, so this is just one page. All right, so I got to sort from red to yellow, from yellow to green, from green to blurple, and from blurple back to red. All right, cool. So then this goes here. This goes here. This goes here. This goes over here. Whoa. It's got to be some kind of optical illusion. This will look like we're switching places. I am tardy. What is happening? I am taking online quizzes. I'm taking online quizzes curated for me by my lovely wife and mod team. Same person, Hannah. Thank you. And I don't know what they are. I'm just going through them. We're seeing how well I do. And if you, as chat, have anything that you would like me to try to take, any kind of online quiz or anything like that, you are free to post them in the chat, and I will guarantee to at least look at them, if not complete them, depending on what they are. I should say I will complete them as long as they're not, like, you know, horribly inappropriate or something. But, yeah. So this is a color blindness test for sorting colors from one side of the color gradient to the other side. Oh, I was going to ask if any were sexy quizzes. I don't know. I would guess probably not very. Not like scandalously so. But then again, I don't know. I didn't put them together. I think this might be it. Well, here's to hoping. That's all we can do. All we can do is hope and love and dream. Hey, am I colorblind? A lower score is better with 0 being a first score, and I got a 4! Yay! All right, I am a male. I am between 30 and 39. I will compare my results. I think this is broken. I don't think the best and worst score are negative and positive 2 billion. I don't think that's possible. But you know, credit for trying. But yeah, I'm not colorblind, so that's cool, given that I do a lot of visual art. For Tata Johnson, thank you for the 80 stream watch streak. You know, it's consistency like that keeps you a fancy lad. Congrats. Thank you. I've had these eyes my whole life. All right. Professor Bonsley's Pokedex Accurate Dual Type Pokemon Personality Type Test. A first of its kind, hyper-researched, self-discovery experience. What's your Pokemon type? Well, although if you were colorblind, it would totally be okay. Thank you. I'm glad that you wouldn't judge me if I had a genetic defect that I would have no control over. It's really nice to know that you're not a eugenicist, I guess. Yeah. Let's see what kind of Pokemon's I is. Am I a Pikachu? Am I a Bulbasaur? Am I a Reshiram? Am I a Bidoof? Am I a Bidoof? Is the Bidoof on fire? Okay, I want to do this one too. Yeah, go ahead. You can see, if you zoom in enough, you can see the thing up there, professorbonsley.itch.io, 18 types. I should read the introduction.
Hello, and welcome to the world of Pokemon personality types. This test is built on data compiled from every Pokemon's entry in every known region's Pokedex. 10,000 plus entries, including the Paldean Pokedex, yes, really, which were then used to discern and distill the true nature of Pokemon types. This test is 50 questions, all of which involve scenarios that require some imagination on the part of the test taker. Oh, I'm good at imagination. I'm really good at that. All the children's TV shows I watched as a child were made sure to tell me that my imagination was really good. Variability based on how the test taker interprets the details of each question is expected and accounted for. If you come across a question that you feel doesn't have any answers that represent you, please let me know in the comments or future revisions. Happy learning!
I definitely read all that, and I'm ready! Okay, so. I do have an ad starting in a little bit. I'm going to snooze it. I'm going to wait until this quiz is done until I run ads. You've just moved and all your stuff is still in boxes in your new bedroom. How does the thought of unpacking and arranging your stuff most likely make you feel? Excited. I'm looking forward to figuring out where everything goes. Neutral. I'll just take things out and put them wherever. Anxious. It's going to take so much work to get everything where it needs to be. Wistful. I like my old bedroom, and I'm probably going to try to replicate it as best as possible. Tired. I'm going to see how long I can leave stuff in boxes. I don't have much stuff, so I probably wouldn't feel any particular way about it. Okay. Neutral. I mean, probably somewhere... Neutral, anxious... Honestly, neutral, anxious, or tired? Maybe this is I feel like that's anybody that's over 30 is gonna be one of those. Probably anxious. Really just sort of fits my whole vibe. Find a box marked free on the side of the road full of unrelated pieces of wood, metal, and plastic, which describes your most likely reaction. I grab the box and take it home. You find some use for these eventually. I'll pick out a few things that look useful or sturdy for repairs and construction. I pick out a few things that look interesting or oddly shaped for making art. Maybe take a few things that look interesting just because I like collecting cool things. I would take something if I didn't already have so much stuff. I wouldn't take anything, but I'd look through just because it's fun to see what people are throwing out.
This is clearly trash and I ignore it.
I wouldn't consider it trash, but I wouldn't take it since I don't do anything related to construction, repairs, or arts and crafts. Okay. All right, let's see. Related pieces of wood, metal, and plastic. You know, it's interesting because since I am, since I am a homeowner, I might pick this one for repairs or construction, just because pieces of wood, metal, and plastic, those can come in handy. Although my spirit, like my soul tells me that I could pick this one because I do like making art, and I do like things that are interesting and or oddly shaped. But I'll pick the boring one. Friend invites you out to an event in a place you've never even heard of before. Which of the following would most likely make you want to go with them? Okay. Lots of people, other friends. If the event looks lively and fun, if the event looks chill and quiet, if the event looks busy and exciting, if I can get intoxicated there, if it looks different from anywhere I've been before, if I thought going would make my friend happy, if I thought that going would make my friend think I was cool, I'd just be happy that my friend invited me. It'd be easier to answer what wouldn't make me want to go. I honestly thought I would say yes no matter what. All right. I'm an introvert by nature, but like, I mean, I'll go places sometimes. You can't prove I won't. God, this is going to take forever. I'm going to have to let the ad break run in the middle of this just because there's so much. It's 50 questions. Probably concert, poetry reading, loud concert, game night, karaoke night. I mean, honestly, between 2 and 3 is probably where I'm standing. If there are gonna be other friends there, like if there's gonna be people I know, or if it looks like a fun time, you know, I'll say the fun time. I'll say the fun time because I have at least one friend because they're inviting me there. You suspect that a favorite habit of yours is having a bad effect on your body. How are you most likely to react? I stopped doing it immediately. No. I try to do it less and see if that's any better. Try to incorporate other habits that might lessen the negative impact. I don't adjust my behavior at all. I probably do it more just to see what happens. I try to make that habit, but I really struggle. Some things just feel coded to me, even if they're harmful.
I'm bad at habits.
An important appliance in your home stops working. Gasp! Which of the following best describes your most likely initial response? I bet I know how to fix it. Wrong. I gather the stuff I need to fix it and then try to fix it tomorrow. I try to figure out what's wrong with it, either on my own or from the internet. See if we can fix it. Okay. Throw it out and get a new one. Get my frustration out by breaking it more. I'm going to have to get a new one anyway. I ask a neighbor, friend, or family member to fix it. I quietly allow someone I live with to discover it's broken and let them handle it. Pay someone to fix it for me, or accept that it's broken, see how long I can make do without it. Okay. Probably number 3. I'll usually make some kind of token attempt to fix things, even though I'm not really mechanically inclined, and then go to one of the other options. But I definitely try this first. You need a favor from someone, but you know they've already got a lot on their plate. What are you most likely to do? Just ask them. If they don't want to, you can say no. Ask them and let them know how much it means to me. Ask them, but let them know it's okay for them to say no. Offer something that will lighten their load in return. Don't ask them for anything. Probably a third one. Which of the following will most likely use as the best evidence to show you have a healthy lifestyle?
My strong muscles and general athleticism. Ooh, I'm a big, strong boy.
My nutritionally balanced diet. Sustainable sleep schedule. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Attractive physical appearance. Consistent mental stability. Lack of addictive behaviors. Low body fat. Ability to maintain relationships. Good hygiene. Lack of doctor visits. Or I don't think I'd be able to demonstrate this. Wow, okay. Which of these would I... I mean, honestly, for me in real life, I know it doesn't look it with my chosen digital presence. I am a broad fellow. I have shoulders that are so wide that it legitimately makes parts of life difficult, like fitting in airplane seats or scooting past people in a hallway. So I guess the top one, because I have a really big upper body. And none of this other shit is true, so there you go. It's very late. The grocery store is closed, and you just realize that you're hungry. Oh, fuck! The only food you have is some leftovers from a meal you didn't like that much to begin with. What are you most likely to do about this? Leftovers from a meal you didn't like that much to begin with. Eat leftovers and go to sleep. Don't eat anything, go to sleep. Don't eat anything and probably stay awake until the grocery store opens. Spice up the leftovers with the seasoning I have. Order a late night takeout or go to a convenience store. Chew on a clean piece of clothing to try and trick my body. Not that one. Probably try to spice up the left. I'd probably try to fix it. Fair, your shoulders are always in my way. Are they in your way right now? How? How? Oh my god, are you in the room with me? Also, Legumious, 50 stream streak. Thank you as well. Nice. All right, spice up the leftovers. And yeah, I know it's ads, but I there's too many questions to get through. I can't be stopping. I must be going. You found out someone you don't like has stopped going to a place that you both normally go to, specifically because they are afraid of running into you. Which of the following best describes your most likely feeling about that? Successful. This is the sort of thing I would try to make happen. Amazing. I hope they continue to stay out of my world. Good. Is not looking forward to running into them either, and I'm glad I don't have to change things. Bad. It doesn't feel right that someone has stopped doing something they like because of me. Confused. Am I really that scary to run into? Worried. How am I being portrayed? But it's that one. 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 That would absolutely be me. Hey, they're not coming here anymore. You hate their guts, right?
Yeah, but what are they saying about me? What are they saying? Do you think I'm an asshole? I'm not an asshole. Oh my god, what are they telling people?
You're trying to open a jar, and even with the gripper pads, it's taking a lot of strength. How are you most likely to continue? Keep going until it opens. Take a moment, assess my position. Try again. Warp the lid by denting, prying, or running it under hot water, and try again. I feel like some of these options are not like the others. Let it go for now, try again later. Throw the jar away. Get someone else to open the jar. Break the jar open and put its contents in a jar that isn't stupid. As funny as this is, I wouldn't want broken glass on the floor. I'm stubborn with jars. I'd probably just keep trying to brute force it. Welcome back for ads. If anybody was in ads, we're going to be doing this quiz for a while. You're working on something important when you get from a text from a friend who wants to hang out right now. How are you most likely to react? Tell them I'm busy. Propose a different time. Tell them I'm busy, but I welcome them to hang out with me while I work. Drop what I was doing and go hang out. I'm into my work, so I pretend I didn't see the text until it's too late. I may have done that. I don't do it all the time, though. I'm into my work, so I generally wouldn't notice the text. This wouldn't happen. My phone is on Do Not Disturb while I'm working. Well, hell. Very nice, Mr. or Ms. Productive. This wouldn't happen. My phone is always on Do Not Disturb. I don't have a phone. Okay, Grandpa. I don't like making same-day plans, and any friend of mine would know not to ask. Oh, someone's on a high horse. Probably the first one. Very funny. One of you has just texted me, "Hey, buddy, what are you doing? Want to hang?" Good. Congratulations. Good gag. Good bit. You sprained your ankle. It's pretty common, but what are you most likely to do in response? Walk it off. Rest it for a little bit. Stay off it as much as possible for a few days. Rest, ice, compression, and elevation. Thumbs up. I was a Boy Scout. Never do whatever I was doing when I sprained my ankle again. I'm not sure about... Oh. Liar. Walk it off. Consider rest it for a little bit. I don't know. Probably just stay off it as much as possible. I'm probably too lazy to do the whole ice compression thing. Let's go with that. You want to make someone a birthday card, but other than paper, you realize that you have only a few colored markers and some random stickers. What is your most likely next step?
I assess my materials and plan out a design that makes the most of them.
Banana Bloodbath 6090, thank you for the 35 stream streak. Oh, so many streakers today. I don't think about it and just start working with what I have. I go out and buy a bunch of better supplies and then figure out what to do. I ignore my limited materials. I know the design I want and then go buy the specific supplies I would need to make it. I let it go and just buy a birthday card. This couldn't happen because I always keep a variety of art materials around. I mean, that is true. That's true for me. I'm just gonna pick that. You're doing an escape room with some friends. How are you most likely to be in this situation?
Excited! Puzzles are fun!
Casual. It's just a game, right? Focused. Escape rooms are great for team building, and we should aim to do our best. Competitive. I want to find the most clues and have the best revelations. Bossy, chop, people. Stressed. I feel like everybody else will be judging my contributions.
Rankish! What a good opportunity to teasingly annoy my friends!
Inactive. I don't like escape rooms, and I probably won't contribute much. I don't know, I'm not familiar with escape rooms.
I've done escape rooms. I'd say I've done them 2 or 3 times in my life. Probably somewhere between casual and competitive. It's like I'll definitely be like, or maybe stressed. I think I've picked too many anxiety options so far, so I'm gonna go with competitive instead. The other side of that impulse. Having a heated argument with someone you're close to and they just brought up something they know you're really sensitive about in a negative light. How am I most likely to respond? I just stand there trying to process what they just said to me. I stone-face them and act like I'm not bothered by it. Probably just start crying. I don't know what I'll do next.
I let them know that they crossed the line.
I take a moment to collect myself, then calmly let them know that they've crossed the line. I try to change the topic and move on from what they've said. I bring up something that I know they're sensitive about. They're in no position to attack me. Fucking get rubber, you are glued, jackass. I get physical with them. They should know better.
Hey, nice shirt, stupid.
Whack! I immediately walk away from them. If this is the end of the relationship, then so be it. I try to find out if they have a good reason for bringing this up. I genuinely can't imagine that it's something that I'm really sensitive about. Well, that's not true. I don't know. Probably just let them know we crossed the line. I'm better at this than I used to be as a younger man. Just woken up and it's work or school day. What are you most likely to do for yourself within the first hour of being awake? Just the basics. Eat breakfast, take a shower, take my meds, brush my teeth. Anything that's more, I mean, that's looking like the answer right there. Because I ain't doing any other shit. Basics plus, no. Spend a lot of time, no. Rush out the door because I like to sleep in as late as possible. Now, hold on a second. Number one has got a little friend. It's got a little friend of possibilities here. Number one is looking like it's got a little kindred spirit. I might have to think about this. Do whatever assignment is due today. I am an adult man. Slowly eat breakfast as I watch internet videos or something. Lie awake in bed for a while. Think about whatever dream I just had. Think about everything that getting up is going to involve. Hit snooze again. Just give me more sleep. I'm so comfy. Okay. I mean, a lot of these are variations on the same thing, but I definitely watch internet videos as I slowly eat breakfast, so I'm going to do that. You're in the self-help section of the bookstore. What are you most likely looking for? Finding financial success, finding spiritual fulfillment, healthy eating habits, healthy fitness habits, increasing productivity, handling mental health issues, maintaining relationships, or the way to a different section of the bookstore, just out of the bookstore entirely. I hit the wrong sound effect first. This just seems like opting out of the question. That just seems like being a bad sport, so I'm going to pick one of these. Probably healthy fitness habits. I'm always trying to go down that rabbit hole in vain. You express a strong opinion in a group conversation and it's immediately challenged by someone in the group. That fucker! Nobody jumps to your defense. How are you most likely to react? I walk back my opinion a little bit to meet this other person halfway, along with the rest of the group, apparently. I was just joking and try to move past it. Ooh, that hurts. That hurts me in my soul. That hits too close to home. I explain what has led me to believe what I believe. I acknowledge a difference of opinion and move on. I challenge their beliefs to see if there's actually any merit to them. I defend my belief. I've probably rehearsed for this moment, and I've got an audience to impress. I leave the conversation as quickly as possible because I feel embarrassed. Walk away from the conversation because I don't need these people anyway. Probably the first one. Like, I won't go as far as to do the second one most of the time, but, like, I'm not going to be the guy that's like, no, I'm right. Everyone else is wrong. I have the right opinion, and everyone else is a stupid poop dumbhead. Suck my fuck, shit man. First one. Doing a task and you suddenly realize that it's much more time sensitive than you were expecting. How will this most likely make you feel? Much more time sensitive than you were expecting. Okay. Only make me more stressed. You were throwing a party at your place. I'm going to start doing these. I'm going to start doing these a little faster because this is taking a long ass time. I recite the same thing I said 15 comments deep on a Reddit comment on the same topic. That's also an option. I also need to take a couple of breaks from talking. Ugh. You know, I talk a lot in like the Phoenix Wright streams and stuff, but it's usually at least hydrate. Yes, thank you. I was just doing so, and I will do so again. There's a lot of talking in those, but there are like breaks where I'm not literally talking as fast as I can for a long time in a row. Throwing a party at your place. How am I most likely to get people to show up? Now, this is a theoretical question because I used to throw parties when I was in college, after college, all the time through my 20s. I can't remember the last time I threw a party. I've had people over to my house, but I haven't, like, done the whole party, everything, with, like, an itinerary and shit. How am I most likely to get people to show up? Let's see. Really fun invitations, really fun concept. A very nice place and very fun stuff. Yes, come to the Chateau de Football. We have just over 1,000 square feet of palatial estate and a yard that's large enough to be like, hey, there's a tree. Marvel at the luxury.
My party's always roll, so I don't think that any extra thing would be needed.
I mean, if I had to do this, I'd probably try to come up with a good concept. 2 of my friends are having a personal conflict. They want me to mediate to help find a solution. What trait of mine would most likely be the reason they asked me specifically? All right. I'm going to stop reading out all of these options. I think I already said that, but I'm just reiterating because it takes too long. If you want to read these, I'll read a couple, but if you want to read all of them, they're all here on screen. You could even have read a whole bunch of these while I was yapping just now. Let's see. Proximity.
Someone else would have around, they would have been asked instead. I'm a human pile of shit. I'm a big old dumb fuck. Nobody likes me. I'm so sad.
That's mean. That's mean, but like I'm not. You can say your gut reaction out loud and then see if anything closely matches that. Oh, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. I'll start with the next question. Probably helpfulness. I'm kind of like helpful to a fault. I feel really guilty if someone asks me for help with something and I can't, so let's go with that. I love disloyalty though. I'm good at not getting personally invested in either side. 2 of your friends, huh? Good luck with that. All right. You were at a giant multi-stage music festival. Where are my most likely to be found? It depends on the kind of music. I'm not looking at the answers yet. I'm giving my gut reaction. I'll probably be in the pit for like 5 or 10 minutes, and then milling amongst the crowd for the rest of the time after I regret being in the pit. Giant crowd, feeding off the vibes in the crowd. A mosh pit. Anywhere else. Way off in the distance, somewhere on the edge of the crowd. Standing in line for the toilets is not an option. Damn. Probably the second one. Which of the following physically, emotionally intense jobs do you think would be the least likely to overwhelm you? Bouncer, firefighter, pro wrestler, stunt person, lumberjack, fulfillment center worker, SWAT officer, nurse, bartender. I have significant difficulty with less intense jobs as it is, so all these are... come on, have some self-confidence, quiz. I've never had a job. Definitely not true. My gut is to go professional wrestler just because there's a lot of showmanship in that, and I feel like I could do that half of the job and just kind of like... I could be a jobber. I could just be a guy that loses to like Roman Reigns or whoever. Just taking chairs to the dome and selling it real good. Don't have to actually be like good or in shape. Oh no! You belong to a subculture that just got a lot of negative mainstream media attention. How will this most likely affect your relationship with that subculture? Let's see. I would probably keep it close to the chest. They'll quietly engage with it and share it with people who seemed open-minded. Yeah, that's probably it. Share with people who seemed open-minded. Yeah. Yeah. Points for full-throated 24/7 champion. This person rules. They're not me, but they rule. I would never affiliate with a subculture.
I would never have an interest.
Here we go. You're a student. I have a really big test coming up. Oh no, it's my nightmares. How would I most likely handle this? Study a lot. Wrong. Study a little. Wrong. Study a little. Wrong. Don't study at all. Oh, we're getting there. Trust that my existing knowledge will get a passing grade. Study all. Cheat. Don't study at all. See what happens. Find a way to look at the test early. Really relying right the day before the test and say so fun fact. I'm open about how I am a walking ADHD elemental. However, I did not get a professional diagnosis or even have any kind of suspicion that I might have that particular disorder until I was 27 human years old. So, I studied for one test in the entirety of my kindergarten through 12th grade existence. One. And it was in junior year of high school. That approach worked really well up through middle school until the material started getting a lot harder. But my approach truly was, don't study at all. Trust in my existing knowledge, get a passing grade. Because I have the kind of brain that absorbs facts pretty good. And I managed to get a reputation amongst the school mates, I guess, as like the kid that knew a bunch of stuff. Oh, that Todd Football. He's real smart about these things. Because I could like quote statistics and like facts and history and shit like that. A fat lot of good it does me as an adult, but yeah, I don't know. That me. A friend asks you for a favor that might actually take some effort on your part. What do you most likely consider first before replying? If I have time, if I have energy, what they can do for me. If there's anyone else who they could ask instead. Will consider.
I'm always willing to help out a friend, even if I'm groaning internally. Oh, gee whiz.
There's a little to consider. I'm always happy to be helpful in general. All my friends know not to ask me for favors. It's definitely one of these two. If I'm honest with myself, it's probably the energy, just because I can't imagine what what kind of favor would require such an insane time investment that I couldn't find sometime somewhere. But yeah. I don't have work, school, or any pressing responsibilities, and it's a sunny and mild day outside. What am I most likely to do about it? Gut reaction, try to go outside at least once. Make sure to go outside at one point. Ha ha! Hell yeah. You're on a first date. Someone who barely knows me and has no friends in common with me. If my date asks,
What secrets would you be willing to share about yourself? I would openly share my darker secrets. If you can't handle it, that just saves us time.
be open as possible without saying anything controversial. What secrets would I be willing to share about myself? I mean, probably not any secrets on a first date. Only make up stories about myself. Won't share anything and got the sense that they would be into it. That's interesting. I would allude to having secrets, but I'd say that I'd need to know them better before sharing more. Allude to having secrets? So what kind of music do you like? No, I'll never tell. What? Wouldn't you like to know? Probably wouldn't share anything. Unless it's a first date. First date is for publicly, is for your information you share with everybody. Right? First date is getting to know each other. First date is not getting too deep. I'm not sharing secrets on a first date. You feel it's time for a change and you're reorganizing everything in your bedroom, including the furniture. What aspect of your life is this new layout most likely to support? Opening my bedroom. All right, bedtime ritual and sleeping habits. Productivity and workflow. No. No. Maybe. No. Here's the thing. My bedroom is about 12 feet by 12 feet, and it's got a king-size bed in it. There's not a whole lot of reorganizing that can be done. I guess bedtime. I've taken an intercontinental train to an unfamiliar city and realized that some wires got crossed and I don't actually have anywhere to stay. How am I most likely to handle this? Just find a cheat option. Yeah, no. Some of these are insane. Go meet people and see if someone wants to put me up for a night. Yeah, have fun being murdered. Knock on doors until I find an empty house to crash in. Have fun being double murdered. His Majesty over here lording his bed size over his peasant. Yes. Everyone knows you have to have at least some kind of fiefdom or be in control of landed gentry in order to have a king size bed. It's definitely not because of my previously explained garage door width shoulders. Kind of cheap motel. What's my ultimate priority when working out? I want to still be able to walk when I'm 70. Probably healthier in general, or balance out the junk food that I eat. To be clear, I'll be kind to myself. I want to feel healthier in general. You have an established friend group that gets together regularly, and unexpectedly, one of your friends brings a new person into the group. Outsider. How are you most likely to feel about this? Friendly, optimistic, cautious, anxious, disrespected. How dare you know other people? Angry, indifferent. Probably somewhere between optimistic and cautious. I would say optimistic. I trust friends. Try to trust friends. If your neighbors were asked about what you're like, what sort of consensus would they most likely have? Ooh, right away. I know he's a person and he lives in that house. That's all they know about me. Some say that nobody really knows me. Also, they don't know me well. I'll probably say I didn't know I existed. It's definitely one of these. I mean, they know I exist. Like, I like jog around the neighborhood and like I go outside and do yard work and shit. But no one knows me well. I'm terrible at making relationships with my neighbors. You're really angry and you're all alone in your home. How am I most likely to handle this? Calling or texting, screaming, singing, screaming again, but different. Working out, unleashing my fury, playing a violent video game, doing something fun, doing something creative, talking to myself or writing out my feelings. Who are you, my therapist? I don't really get really angry. Getting angry, I'm all alone. I don't know. Because I don't know what would make me that angry if I were by myself. Usually the only things that make me super, super angry are if I fuck something up real bad, which usually means there's some kind of deadline, which usually means I have to get something done, which means I don't have time for any of this. Or it's like someone doing some shit that pisses me off in like a public place. In which case I would be like avoiding conflict but stewing silently. I guess screaming. I do be screaming. I've suddenly decided to skip town and find myself somewhere new and low on funds. What do I feel would be my greatest asset in finding a new job? Yeah, imagine being on the search for a job. That's great. It's crazy. Who is? Well, what a hypothetical. Desperation and willingness to do anything for money. Charm status above his physical, above his intelligence. Greatest asset. Hey, you point me at work, I'll do it. You're out with some friends. Some jerk makes a vulgar remark about what you're wearing. How are you most likely to respond? Right away, I'm drawn to stare at them incredulously because that's a weird thing for them to do. In real life, I dress a lot like this little avatar at the bottom right. I don't know what vulgar thing. Hey, shirt boy, nice buttons on that shirt. Were you gonna take it off? What? Who are you? What's happening? Thank them for her opinion, laugh it off. Get in a relationship with them for at least 3 months. They'll probably just stare at them. The gloves would be worthy of a comment, I think. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Like the avatar, but without the gloves. I do not wear enormous white gloves. Friend is moving to a new place in the same town. You and a few other friends have gone over to help him out. What am I most likely doing? Finding the values, directing, organizing, helping out, casually pocketing things that I think my friend wouldn't care about. Jesus. Working as little as possible. I wouldn't help him. Friend would never ask me to help him move. I'm not strong enough. Oh, jeez. I'll go back to bed, sad sack Jimmy.
Friend would never ask me to move. I'm too much of a sad little peanut. Boo-hoo-hoo.
I hope you work through whatever you're going through. Probably the top one, because usually I'm like, hey, I'm here for whatever you want me to do. Just tell me what to do. Because if it's not my house, it's not my apartment, it's not my whatever, I'm asking for input. I'm asking for people to tell me to do shit. Sitting at a desk, working on the same thing for several hours and only getting up periodically to use the bathroom. How are you most likely to feel? Stiff, hungry, tired, bored, productive, or powerful. Your
feels good to focus on one thing for so long.
Weird. I think it's several hours. Probably either tired or stiff. Tired. Let's go with tired. We're on a first date with someone at a karaoke dance night. Will you most likely try to impress your date there? I know what he'll try to do. I'll try to do the thing that I know how to do. It's not making up a song. It'd be singing a real song. But I couldn't think of a tune to do this to. That. You're volunteering at a place with a lot of different tasks, but work is going unusually slow for your specific assignment to the point of being nearly non-existent. What are you most likely to do about it? Hang out on my phone, chat with our brother, organize the area around me. Ask the person in charge. Probably ask the person in charge if there's anything else I can help out with, because I don't want to not pull my weight. Suspect that someone you live with is stealing money from me, either cash or using my credit card. That would be really upsetting, considering I only live with my wife. But how am I most likely to handle this? Casually mentioned that my money's gone. Watch the reaction. Yeah, so, I don't know, I had like a stack of hundreds on the kitchen table, and now it's gone. Amazing how it just sprouted feet and ran away. At least that's what I assume what happened. Oh well, I guess I'll go earn more money. Let's see. Set a trap, a decoy wallet involving a camera and/or glitter bomb. Who's got that kind of fucking time? If you have that amount of time, you didn't need the money in the first place. That's my stance. If you have that much time and energy to put into petty revenge schemes like that, fuck you. They probably needed the money more than you did. Watch my fan as a confronts, but just move out. Probably. Yeah, I made fun of it, but it's probably the first one. You call in a favor from a friend and they do it, but then afterwards you learn that they didn't really want to, regardless of how I respond. How would this most likely make me feel internally? Fine. If they wanted to do it, it wouldn't have been much of a favor. Uninterested. They owed me a favor. Annoyed. Embarrassed. Informed. Awkward. Grateful. Worried. Let's go with... I don't know, probably awkward. You're on an all-you-can-eat buffet that's been paid for by someone else. What am I most likely to do with this situation? I eat as much as possible. You didn't even look at the other answers. You've been sucked into a drawn-out argument with a family member, and they're not letting it go. What is most likely the last thing that you're doing before just walking away from them? Let's see. Pushing, a full-on physical fight, virtually nonverbal. As you're talking more loudly, yelling or screaming. Breaking something, pushing. Well, see, my answer isn't here, and my answer would be giving up. My answer would be, fine, you win. Who cares? That would be my answer. So I don't know. None of these are that. I mean, I'll probably raise the volume of my voice as part of the argument. So I guess I'll pick that one. You have an art form that I love. But you feel it's too niche to be a viable career. What would you most likely do with this art form? Master it. Good at something, people will pay me to do it. Practice it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Drop it. Drop it. It's not these bottom three, certainly. Probably between the second and third one. If it's something I truly love, master it, practice it. I mean, honestly, the third one leads to the second one, so I'm not sure really what the difference would even be. I'll go the cocky way. I'll say master it. I'm out with a friend in public, and some jerk is directly harassing them. What a jerk! How am I most likely to react to this? Gut instinct, tell the jerk to fuck off. Make a big scene, no. Harass her in very clear terms of leave my friend alone. Yeah. I'm not gonna shove him. Do nothing, don't go out with friends. Again, sad Timmy is part of this quiz.
I don't have any friends, and I don't do anything for fun. I don't enjoy anything, and I don't work or go to school. I'm an inert torso that just doesn't even react to stimuli.
Yeah, leave my friend alone, dick. I just moved to a new town and I don't really know anyone yet. How would I most likely go about making new friends? Meeting people at an event surrounding a shared interest or hobby? Cultural identity or subculture? Volunteering? Neighbors? I already know that's not true. Leaning harder into my social life at school or work? Talking to strangers? Nope. Meeting someone from a social app? Wouldn't actively try and just let new friendships happen whenever. Probably wouldn't bother. Most of my friends are online anyway. Probably wouldn't bother friends over hassle. This is interesting because I've lived my entire life in sort of, I guess, like a 50-mile north to south, 20-mile east to west rectangle in western New England. So I've never been in this situation because I've never moved far enough away from anybody that was still living around me for this to apply. So this is a true theoretical. And I guess shared interest or hobby, probably. I don't know. Leaving the grocery store on a busy day. On my way out, you notice an empty shopping cart is blocking an otherwise free parking space. I moved that shopping cart. Checking Craigslist ads.
Hey, do you want a friend? I have plenty of openings for friends. If you would like to be my friend, please let me know.
Like that. Move it to the nearest shopping cart corral along with any others I happen to spot. I used to wrangle carts as a teenager. I'm always sympathetic to those people. Almost there. Almost done with this quiz. Someone you live with is going through a bad breakup, and you know about it because you can hear them in their room, either having loud and angry phone calls or just yelling to nobody. It's hard to tell. What is my most likely response to this? Gut reaction. Be like, hey man, you okay? Ask them directly, find out what's going on if they want to talk about it. Yeah. Last question. You had an idea for an ambitious project that was exciting a month ago. Ooh! But now you're realizing you might have bitten off more than you can chew. Aw. What is most likely to happen next? I work hard and totally exhaust myself to finish the project so that it lives up to my expectations. I finish it quickly, doing good enough a job that I can call it done. Scale back the project, give myself a deadline. Isn't that what it is? Exciting a month ago, now releasing bait much for chew. Okay, I guess there is no deadline, huh? Get some friends to help with the parts I'm struggling with. Put the project on the back burner. Work on it more casually. Tell myself to putting it on the back burner, but I'd probably let it fizzle out.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts too close to home.
Drop the project. Feel bad about the month lost. Drop the project. Move on. If I'm being honest with myself, and I would like to be better about this. It's definitely this one. Okay. One last question. Am I a human or a Pokemon? Human or... What do you mean human? the whole conceit is Pokedex, Pokemon. What Pokemon am I? Show me. Huh. I'm a water ice. Water-type Pokemon have simple needs, a down-to-earth mindset, and a relaxed presence, but they're best defined by their ingenuity and their versatility. They're incredibly good at reading situations and adapting, which can either help them survive or at least make them incredibly useful to others. They are the most common type, with a lot of variants, but ultimately water types can reliably take care of themselves and handle their business. Thanks for the vote of confidence, Pokemon. Ice primary Pokemon are creative, versatile, and resourceful. In the harsh climate of their homes, they have to be. They tend to prioritize their health and the quality of their surroundings, but they're still sensitive to the needs of others, and they are often actively helpful, even towards humans. Although their intensity and high energy may make them a little intimidating, they're also more likely than most to be playful and silly. Ice secondary Pokemon live in harsh climates. Versatile, physically capable. So I'm water monotype, and then water, and then ice again. That's interesting. I have a good special attack, really good attack and defense, apparently. Hopefully I'm worth playing in certain matchups. Body focused, whether it's a preference, necessity, or an intense habit, you have a notable relationship with your physical well-being, especially surrounding the unique food you eat and the special way you sleep. Wow, that's one way of putting it.
So you hear the this Pokemon, they exist entirely on nachos and gluten-free Oreos, and they sleep in a special way, i.e. 30 minutes at a time over a 10-hour period. That's similar. Electric monotype, ice dual type. Yo, what the fuck is up with that? How? It's not a dual type if it's the same type. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, okay, it's 2 or 3. Normal, fairy. And water again. And grass. Monotype. So I have water, normal, berry. Okay. Helpful, sweet, and creative. Possessing an inner life that isn't shared with everyone. Ugh, secrets. Normal type Pokemon are the most notable for appreciation of connected life. This is interesting. Results FAQ. Pick my favorite, exactly. Likelihood of certain type. Just mix and match my results. Oh, okay. All right. Ad break in a few seconds. So, I'll pick a result, and then we'll move on to the next quiz. So let's see. I think helpful, friendly, outgoing, and creative. Creative, versatile, reforms with simple needs. Helpful, sweet, and creative. Normal type. Appreciating a domestic life. I think this is it. I think this seems like me. This seems like me. I'm not, not the most secure about this, but I'm trying to get better about that. Save screenshot. All right. Let's move on from here. Oh, alignment test. Okay. Got a lot of ice, fire, electric combo, so like the idea of a fire-ice dual type. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I wish I had something like that. Some like competing elements. That sounds rad as fuck. But hey, now we're moving on to D&D alignments. Alignment test. Oh my god, I gotta zoom. Oh man, this test has gotta be ancient, given the size that it popped up at. And look at this. This screams. Music got serious too. Yeah, you got the fucking Mario 64 end boss music. Damn. Yeah, look at this. This screams formatted for a 900 by 600 monitor. Gotta zoom way in. 160%. I'll read the intro while as they're still going, and then when the ads end, I'll be right good to start the test. Right good?
I'll be right good to start the test, you ain't, governor. What accent is this? Who the fuck knows?
Alignment test. Answer each question by choosing the response that best describes your character's belief or most likely action. Before submitting your responses, make sure JavaScript is enabled. And that all pop-up window managers are disabled. If you're not sure if your browser will work, scroll to the bottom and click on "What is my alignment?" button to test before filling out all of the questions.
Yes, this new JavaScript thing I've been hearing so much about. I'd like to find out what sort of Dungeons & Dragons character you would be. Please see this survey. Which D&D character am I? Okay, so that's a different one. We're just going to do this. How many questions are this one? This is 36, but far fewer options than the last one. So this should go faster. Family elders are expressing disapproval of me to the rest of the family. Do I accept criticism, seek a compromise, besmirch the reputation of those expressing disapproval as you ignore their scorn, or silence them any way I can? Where's ignore them because I don't give a shit? Guess that one. It has ignore. Would you give up a promising career to aid the family in a time of need? I don't know. That is so far away from my actual life situation that I truly do not know how to answer it. My parents, I'm a fucking millennial, my guy. My parents did way better than me, and I don't know if I'm ever gonna get to that point. So sure, I'll feel good about myself. Let's see. Would I betray a family member to advance my own career? I'd resist the temptation. Do you respect the leaders of my What is this shit? What is this? What is this? Does this assume I'm in the mafia? What is all this, like, leader of the family? Do you respect the leaders of my family? I guess they're often out of touch with my life because I don't even really know who you're talking about. My dad? Is this what D&D is about? Yeah, you know, you're always talking about what your dad did. If your family had arranged your marriage to someone loathsome, would I flee? I'd flee. I mean, I guess this is assuming I'm talking about a D&D character and not myself, but still, I don't know. You're estranged from a family member. On his deathbed, he seeks reconciliation. Do I speak and but hold my ground, discuss my estrangement openly without rancor, actively seek reconciliation, and heed his dying words? If I lived in a castle, yeah. Speak to him but hold my ground, I guess. A powerful but corrupt judge offers you wealth if you'll testify against your friend. Do I condemn your friend, take the money and testify, but try to keep your testimony ineffective? Try to play both sides. Refuse the offer and refuse to testify in your friend's behalf, no matter the consequences. If I'm being honest with myself, I'd probably just be like, look, man, I'm not going to testify against my friend. Keep me the fuck out of this. Do not involve me in whatever the fuck this is. Do you become close to friends or hold most people at a safe distance? I have a few close friends. Have I ever betrayed a friend? I've done so more than once. I've done so once. I've been tempted to do so, but I'd never contemplate such a thing. What is betrayal in this instance? How
How serious are we getting with it? Are we talking about like? Are we talking about like sleeping with somebody's wife, or are we talking about like, I have 20 Pepsis, and they asked for a Pepsi, and I didn't give them a Pepsi because I'm like, well, then I won't have enough Pepsi to last me until the end of the month. Like, there's gradations for this. So I guess I'll do that. That feels realistic, I guess. I don't even really know what it's talking about. How do you view lifelong commitment to a single romantic partner?
I have or want such a romance. I'm married.
Maybe something like inviting a friend over but not sharing your Uncle Ben's rice. Wow, what a niche and specific example, I bet, is not based in any kind of reality and is definitely not weird to hold on to for 25 years. Do you insist on repayment when lending money to friends? Yes, and I write up a contract. Oh my god. No, I'll assure it's nice to be repaid. Are you still in touch with childhood friends? Yes. We correspond regularly. Some of us are corresponding literally right now. Do you donate time and money to improve the local community? No, I don't have enough time or money to spare. The community is threatened with invasion. Do I help defend the area, flee? I mean, if I'm playing a character, definitely these top two. If I'm talking about me, Daddy don't want to die. Sorry, community. Sorry, Jeff Winger, Abed, Britta. If you were injured and required immediate assistance, would members of my hometown agree to help? This, I don't even know if this works in like regards to the modern world, unless you actually did grow up in a hometown of like literally 30 people. Would members of my hometown? I mean, technically, yeah. My parents still live there. I still have a couple of friends that like live there, I guess. Yes, sure. Not the top yes, the second yes. Do you respect the laws and authorities of the community? Depends on what you mean by the community. I'll go with this one because not a fan of all the authorities that are authority above me right now. I would drape you tastefully with newspaper. Thank you very much. Do members of my hometown shun, avoid, or mock you? No, I think I'm fine. When I stand for office, I seek to represent the interests of the community in some public manner. I guess only if no one else could handle the job. Maybe this one, but I could probably be guilted into it. Your country is racked with famine. Would I share what food I had, eat as little as possible, steal what food I needed, steal as much as possible, and sell it back at a high price now? Probably three. Probably three. I'm no angel. I'm a chubby little food slut. That's what I am. If offered enough money, would you slip a poison into your king's drink? Just gonna click a button and not talk about that one. A plague is sweeping across your country. Would you undertake a dangerous mission to find a cure, heal the sick, or avoid contact with the sick? Flee the country. This is how you know this quiz is old, because this was called the year 2020, and we all did 3 because that's what you do. Unless you're an asshole, and then you do none of those options and ignore that it exists. Do I respect the lawful authority of the rulers of
If you were offered a reasonably lucrative deal, spy. No, because I might get caught. No, absolutely not. You hear that, NSA? I ain't spying for nobody. I want to live. To rely on the government to enforce contracts and property rights. Yes, because maintaining the rule of law is more important than any individual dispute. Yes, because the courts are best equipped to handle these disputes. I guess this. If imprisoned, would I injure or kill others to escape? No, all the guards are just doing their jobs. Do you accept a noble's right to treat badly the serfs who work on his... Can't. No. Fuck no. Fuck you. Fuck off. You fuck. You've accidentally committed a crime. Do I turn myself in? Hide my involvement or try to pin the crime on another? I'm not turning myself in, that's for sure. If guilty, would I confess? I mean, honestly, really, both of these really depend on the crime. I mean, I guess I'm viewing it through the lens of what crimes would I commit, and no crime that I could see myself committing would be serious enough to confess or have to turn myself in. Yeah, I'd make them prove my guilt. Give me a fair trial, fuckers. Which would I express a revolutionary political opinion if threatened with punishment? Between 2 and 3. What would we say that just openly saying every once in a while that capitalism needs to be replaced? Where is that in 2026? Which one of these is that? If threatened with punishment? I mean, I guess I have. Fucking dipshits in charge are constantly threatening people with punishment, and I'd still say that they can go suck a fuck. So that's something. While traveling, you witness an assault. In order to testify, which will delay your travel significantly. Do you slip out of town, deny assault, remain reluctantly, testify and leave? That's probably true. What's the best use of wealth? To help the destitute, provides for the needs of friends and family, stay on top of the heap. Not only to stay on top, but keep others from climbing to your level. These people need to stop being in charge of everything. Probably provide for them. This is important, certainly. But really, this is like a put your oxygen mask on in the plane before helping anyone else type of deal. When confronted by beggars, do I... I'll be generous to myself and say that one. There's too many guys on street corners, man. If I gave generously to every guy on a street corner with a sign in the city that I live in, it would materially impact my income. It would reduce my quality of life because I would be giving so much money away. I scream at them to get away from my windshield. It's said in chat, by using magic, you could fool village merchants into thinking your copper pieces were made of gold. Do you? Yes, but I'll only cheat the rich merchants. You have only 2 job offers. One pays more, but other is secure and steady. Steady work sounds like drudgery. Lucrative job, although I looked at the secure job, or unless the other job was outrageously lucrative. Probably that one. What's the best plan to wealth? It's a matter of luck and being in the right place at the right time. Staying flexible so you can take advantage of good opportunities. Following a long-term plan that incorporates a comfortable level of risk. Hard work and perseverance. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. No, it's not that one. I mean, this is true, but it's also not a plan.
Like, this is basically just giving up. So I'd say this or this. I mean, it is saying what's the best plan to wealth, not what plan I would have. Because this is me, but I don't know if this might be a better idea. Maybe this is me. I don't know. I'm thinking too hard about this. If I accepted a job or contract, would I try to finish the task, even if it got much more dangerous? Fuck no. What's my alignment? Oh my God. It's over here. Ladies and gentlemen, I am true neutral. A true neutral character does what seems to be a good idea. He doesn't feel strongly one way or another when it comes to good versus evil, or law versus chaos. Most true neutral characters exhibit a lack of conviction or bias rather than a commitment to neutrality. Such a character thinks of good as better than evil after all. He would rather get good neighbors, rulers than evil ones. Still, he's not personally committed to upholding good in any abstract or universal way. I will dispute that. I want to uphold good. I'm just also a man in his 30s that needs to like live in capitalism. If I was a trust fund baby, oh boy, I'd be shooting up, rocketing up toward the top right corner of chaotic good. Lawful neutral over here since I'm a man of principles. Oh, look at Mr. Fancy. But yeah, here's my results. A lot of true neutral and chaotic neutral. Wow, a lot of evil? Man, I don't like that. That's okay. Good, evil, law, and chaos's prejudices and dangerous extremes. Man, it is funny because like I do hate like truth in the middle shit, like the sort of like hedging your bets South Park type of political opinion that's like, well, everyone's kind of a dumb asshole. Like, no, there are things. Some things are like better than other things. Like that's you know. Anyway, true neutral. Potato Johnson, like you said, I'm just a true NPC. Some true NPC result. All right, next quiz. Which Muppet am I? It's okay, I don't have to defend myself in the internet quiz. Yes, I do. That's the conceit of the stream. Wanted to find out which Muppet you are, but didn't want to be limited to the main cast? Have I got the quiz for you? I had just about every Muppet with a speaking role, and enough of a Get out of here. Enough of a personality to assign someone to. Enter my name. Oops. Can I not? There we go. Start quiz. Let's start with an easy one. What was my favorite school subject? Art. Next question. You were on a TV show. What would my ideal role be? Comedic best friend. Would you say you're more Booba or Kiki? Oh, Booba. Definitely Booba. Got a couple of man boobas from Too Much Chips. Coolest monster? Vampire, werewolf, or Frankenstein? Coolest monster. You know, I'll go werewolf. Go werewolf, I think. Well, they seem punk. All shredded clothes. Seem like they'd be kind of like cool and I don't give a shit about stuff kind of way. Vampires seem uptight. And yeah, you know, they can be pretty sexy and like sensual and elegant. But a werewolf will like fucking bust into your party and snap open a 6-pack all at once and pour it down her throat and howl at the moon. That's a guy I want to hang out with. Frankenstein is also there. Going camping with your friends. What level of comfort am I going for? 1, fully outdoors with a sleeping bag, a hammock, tent sleeping bag, tent cot, inflatable. Fully furnished cabin with electricity. Rustic. I mean, it depends on what you're going for. Depends on what kind of experience you're wanting to have. Because I mean, some of these are valid. I think option 1 is for insane people. I've done everything from 2 downward. And I guess this one technically too. I have also not been in the woods. I'm not in the woods right now. I guess camping. If it's number 6 is not camping is the thing. So that's out. If I'm going camping, probably 3. Can I cook? I know the basics. There's a spider in my house. Ah! You. Probably trap the spider, take it outside. Choose one of the 4 medieval humors. Blood, yellow bile, black bile, or phlegm. I know it's phlegm. Emotional, hot-headed, friendly, enthusiastic, bitter, short-tempered, daring, ambitious, melancholy, fearful, wise, traditional, forgetful, listless, resourceful, protective. Yeah. Choose a label sticker. Oh, these are great. Okay. Oh, I wish I had more room. This is formatted better. Please choose one. Incinerate, senior pet, thick liquids only, deceased. Hot dog! Priority specimen, abnormal, bland. Will bite, do not spin. Give until gone. Bedtime! Oh my god, choose a label sticker. Gonna go for hot dog. It's stupid. Would I rather be 7 feet tall and unable to jump, 3 feet tall that can jump incredibly high? I think this one, just because this it'd be harder to fit places. It would probably suck in a lot of ways to be 3 feet tall, but like if I can jump incredibly high, that gets away, that removes a lot of the disadvantages. Like if I can still reach shit and I take up less space, that kind of seems like a win-win. How cringe would I consider myself? Well, I am over 30. If you were a puppet, what kind of puppet would I be? A hand puppet, a shadow puppet, a rod puppet, or a marionette? I don't know. This feels right for some reason. Huh. Am I a man or am I a Muppet? I'm a Muppet of a man. I'm a Muppet of a man. It's true. Thanks for taking my quiz. Anything you want to tell me? Favorite Muppet? Strong opinions regarding puppets. There we go. Ah, Fuzzy! Oh my god. God damn it. That's too accurate. God fucking damn it. You kidding me? You fucking kidding me? I am seeing this man in concert in 5 days. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna have a great time. Son of a bitch. Got me. How did it get me? All right. All right. See you later, Fozzie. See you later, Al. See you in a few days. See you at Tanglewood. Gamer type test. The gamer type test is a tool used to identify players' gaming preferences and motivations, rooted in Richard Bartle's... Oh, I'm not doing the voice. Sorry.
Rooted in Richard Bartle's 1996 taxonomy of player archetypes, achievers, explorers, socializers, and killers. By categorizing players based on their playstyles, such tests provide insights into why individuals gravitate towards specific games or activities. These frameworks are valuable for players seeking self-awareness and developers aiming to design engaging experiences tailored to diverse gaming audiences. To take the test, enter your input below.
I don't know if this is any good, FYI. It's okay. You know, hey. Who fucks? Who fucks? What? Who gives a fuck is what I meant to say. Please don't answer who fucks. Or do. See if I give a shit. I'm in. Yeah. I believe forming friendships and long-lasting relationships is the most important part of gaming? No. Exploring the game world helps better relate to others in the community. Not really? Conversations with others are valuable if they provide ideas for things I haven't tried. Is this talking about in games or just in general? Agree, I guess. I don't know. The thrill of causing disruption in the game drives my interest in playing. Probably not. Not really. I'm kind of a rule follower. I play games primarily to connect and build relationships with other players. No. Listen, I will play a multiplayer game with friends, but I am not, like, my preferred form of gaming is not, it's single player. Like, I like single player shit. That's what I'm doing, like, 95% of the time. Nothing against people that's what they like to do most of the time, but that's just not who I am. Taunting or provoking other players adds to the fun of competition. Now, you see, that's an agree, but that's immaterial. I value social interactions only if they help me progress or gain rewards. No. I enjoy defeating other players to assert my dominance in the game. Assert my dominance. I'll leave that one in the middle. Helping others in the game is more rewarding than achieving personal goals. It can be. I'll leave that in the middle. Learning how the mechanics of a game work is more exciting than earning points. Depends. Leave that one in the middle too. I seek out hidden areas or Easter eggs even if there's no immediate reward. Agree. I prioritize maximizing efficiency in my actions. Earn the highest rewards. Nah, I fuck around. I like discussing game-related talks with others as a form of bonding. Yeah, I like that. I like doing that. I like experimenting with creative ways to challenge or eliminate other players. Is this all about multiplayer? I mean, I like being creative. I enjoy listening to and learning about other players' experiences. I mean, I watch fucking Twitch and Let's Plays and shit all the time. Competing on leaderboards motivates me to keep playing. It can. Scoring points or completing challenges is my primary focus when playing. Probably. I enjoyed solving in-game puzzles or challenges that reveal something new. Yes, quite a bit. I enjoy experimenting with unusual, obscure features of a game. Yeah, I'd say I do. Get out of here. Get out of here. Socializing with others is useful for learning strategies to gain an edge in competition. guess so, but I don't think like that. Winning battles or outsmarting opponents feels more rewarding than any in-game achievements. Nah. Observing how others grow and develop in the game is meaningful to me. I like watching people get better. The status I get in the community matters more than my in-game progression. No. I find satisfaction in outplaying others. I like being good if I'm good. I am drawn to understanding the game world as deeply as possible. Yes. Defeating others in-game feels rewarding only when it helps me advance. Nah, I like kicking people's asses if I can. I find satisfaction in mapping out uncharted or complex areas of the game. Oh yeah, I gotta complete that map. I explore new areas in a game, mainly to find treasures or resources. I guess so, yeah, I do that a lot. Scoring points feels like a secondary goal to discovering new possibilities. Yes. Probably. Yeah. I feel most accomplished in a game when I level up or earn achievements. Sure. Exploring the game world is enjoyable when it leads to better methods of defeating others. No comment. I enjoy discovering the most effective strategies to achieve goals within the game. Yes. Not the most, but yes. Finish. What am I?
What kind of gamer am I? Am I a god gamer? Am I truly 1337 elite?
Explorer. Explorers revel in uncovering the game's inner workings. They engage in experimental, often unconventional actions in obscure areas. 81% explore for the win. 84%, hell yeah! We're right next to each other. Learning points may occasionally be required to access new areas for exploration. It's a dull necessity, easily accomplished by anyone. Combat can serve as a shortcut or an intellectual exercise, but often invites retribution, which complicates matters. Socializing might yield fresh ideas to experiment with, though much of the chatter is irrelevant or are already known. The true joy for explorers lies in discovery and crafting the most comprehensive maps or understanding the game. It explains my wandering in RV theory. Yeah, you're really getting into your psyche there. All right, we have 4 more quizzes to get through, and I'm gonna try to do it and get through these last ones.
The animal in you. The original and most accurate personality test on the web.
Join 22,398,103 users who've taken our 10-question free quiz and find out which one of the 50 animals you are. Seen on CNN, CBS, Dr. Phil? Dr. Phil?
Now, what you need to do is you need to go on this website that tells you what kind of animal you are, and I really think it's gonna make it so that you have a better relationship with your son.
Take the test. How physically big am I? I am average height and above average girth in ways both good and bad. How aggressive am I? A little hot-headed, never go looking for trouble, but I'm no pushover. I avoid confrontation as much as possible. Here's the thing. I'm definitely 1, but I'm also definitely 4. So what do I do, chat? Which one? What do I do? I guess I go here because it's like in the middle. Am I a solitary or social animal? Do I spend most of my time with friends and family or with large groups of friends? Bird animals are adept at getting along with large groups. I like to shout out to Hannah for assembling these fantastic. Shout out, Hannah. Thank you so much. I love you. I'm generally self-contained and keep mainly to myself. I prefer the company of small groups of friends. Pretty outgoing, extremely outgoing. I mean, both of these top 2 are true. I do keep mainly to myself, but I also, you know what? I'll say that. That's, yeah. How attractive do you think I am? I'm attractive in turn. Let's just cross that one out. I'll go in reverse order of conceitedness here.
I'm attractive and turn heads. Mother Nature was kind.
I'm sure I'm above average looking, since I'm often called cute or handsome.
I consider myself average looking. I'm not overburdened by beauty, but have a few attractive features.
I'm quite a plain Jane, John. Nothing special to see here.
I don't know, I'm average looking. Creativity. I love creating art. I'm a weird art freak. Selflessness and cooperation. What's my philosophy of cooperation? Very compassionate, usually put the needs of friends and the my own. Cooperative and willing to have a friend of my own life too. It's probably in the middle. How intelligent am I?
Are you a curious animal eager to investigate the world? Animals with big brains often find new ways to deal with problems, but overthinking can also be a disadvantage. A big brain means having more options, but sometimes a single option works too.
I try not to think too much about things. It makes my head hurt.
I might not be the brightest crown in the box, but I'm nobody's fool. I enjoy reading and watching documentaries and discussing life's important issues. I'm pretty bright.
I'm a bit of a nerd streak and love intellectual challenges. I'd score pretty high on Jeopardy.
How? You're gonna ignore that. How athletic are you? Specifically because it said Jeopardy. Like that's the kind of smart I am. I'm not a bunch of other kinds of smart. How athletic am I? Smack in the middle. Travel and exploration. I love traveling to exotic locales. I enjoy day trips. Vacations are for relaxing. Homebody. Somewhere between 2 and 3, probably. I'll do 3 just because I don't think I've chosen that kind of extreme yet. And finally, impulsiveness. I admit that I'm more impulsive than I should be, but it makes for great adventures. I'm pretty thoughtful, but there's room for improvement. I'm always deliberate and cautious. I mean, dang it, I'm a horse. I mean, I got the ad hood. I got the ad hood, baby. What am I? Hold my horses. I am an owl.
But I might also be a gorilla.
You know what? You know, that's weirdly accurate. That's kind of weirdly accurate. My wife has described me before as a nerd in a jock's body, and I think that's I think that can be accurate in a lot of ways. So the owl gorilla split is pretty. I'll accept that.
The owl personality is sober. The owl is the tranquil face of the bird personalities, a creature of great integrity. Its quiet demeanor accords it an air of mystery and diffidence, and it is widely recognized as a serene, wise observer of human society. Always well-groomed, it is a noble individual with elegantly chiseled features that border on the fine edge of beauty and homeliness. Its large eyes often framed by handsome eyeglasses.
Like in real life? Didn't know that about owls.
Owls have developed quite a reputation for intelligence, but it's really their calm, insightful natures that give this impression. Instead of an intellectual approach to life, they employ their deeper spiritual senses to guide them and, like their nocturnal cohorts, the bats, have a deeply philosophical bent. Spending much of their time in solitary pursuits, owls like to hole up in quiet working environments and venture out only when necessary. They are not playful creatures, only engaging in exercise and activities in order to keep physically fit. They avoid more gregarious animal personalities like dogs, dolphins, and sea lions. Owls are not without their assertive side, however, and won't hesitate to use their razor-sharp tongues to settle arguments. Rarely the aggressor in a confrontation, owls only fight when their survival or honor is at stake and show no desire for a prolonged or physical struggle. Owls espouse non-violence, think logically, and argue persuasively.
Cool, I'm an owl. All right, we got 2 minutes until the last ad break we're gonna get. So I'll see what before I do the last 3 quizzes. I'm gonna see what Gorilla says. Gorillas are strong, unpolished individuals with a gruff exterior that conceals a soft and chewy center. They're capable, happy-go-lucky individuals with a disarming naivete. Maybe a little hairy with a tattoo or toot-toot. They're unpretentious, engaging creatures who brighten everyone's day with their enthusiastically warm greetings. Drawn to large and eclectic social groups, gorillas have little in the way of vanity, paying little attention to their physical presentation, and can even be a bit of a slob. A gorilla isn't one to recycle or pick up after itself. Even when a gorilla is smiling, there's an underlying sense of menace that radiates personality, and it's certainly built for physical confrontation, but it's difficult to imagine a gorilla actually inflicting bodily harm. However, if a gorilla or his family is threatened, transgressors quickly realize their mistake. With body hair standing on end and his large frame at full height, the gorilla is a fearsome sight to behold. If you happen to find yourself in a child costume battle with a gorilla personality, it's better to negotiate an upfront peace than endure a prolonged and bloody battle. Yeah, this sounds like a good place to leave your kids. Gorillas are intelligent, but not overly motivated, and we young avoided all sorts of formalized learning. That's why, as adults, their intelligence is largely described as street smarts. And they're the kind of raw talent and problem-solving skills that make them excellent mechanics, plumbers, and computer troubleshooters. Gorillas are unmotivated by money and will avoid stress and use physical exertion in favor of spending leisure time at play. Because the careers take a backseat to the pursuit of recreation, they rarely reach great heights in business. However, if they're lucky enough to find a job that incorporates fun and physical process, such as personal trainer or professional wrestler, they usually rise to the tops of their field. Gorillas' appreciation for the good life also puts them in safer careers that the service industry, usually the hotel and restaurant businesses, and employers seem to appreciate the gorillas' gruff but can-do attitude. I rushed through that one because we're about to get ads. Wow, why is there so much more gorilla information than owl? Is there more owl and I just didn't see it? Oh, there's a lot of owl. Guys, I'm Oprah. I didn't know I was Oprah. Oh my God. I can't give out cars though. I only have one. And it's mine. Robert Pattinson, George Harrison, Albert Einstein. Who are gorillas other than Damon Albarn? It's Diane. I mean, that seems like a cheat. Diane Fossey, one of the gorilla people. Like, she studied gorillas. She's a gorilla. And these other Brock Lesnar, Andre the Giant, Bruce Willis. Yeah, I mean, I love that the picture of Andre the Giant is just his torso. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess, yeah. Imagine the owl personality and the Andre the Giant body type, but like average height. And you got me pretty dead to rights. What's more owl stuff? Careers, teachers. Oh man, I'm trying to break out of that. Bank managers, judges, diplomats, reading, debating, chess, philosophy.
Unlike many other terrestrial creatures, the owl is not a prisoner of its sex drive. With an air of refined sensuality, it's hardly shy about throwing itself into the physical aspects of a relationship. When it faces its sharp ardor on its lover, it ignites quite a steamy and animated encounter.
Weird.
The owl views sex as a complement to its relationships, and certainly not as the key component. We do well to recognize the significance of physical affection outside the bedroom, where its partner is often starved for non-sexual reassurance.
Fuck you saying about me? I give hugs. Fuck you.
The owl considers itself to be excellent company, as in quite happy spending time in its own active mind, which slows its search for a long-term partner. Drawn to people who can match its date disposition, the owl finds the neighbor's swan to be an ideal physical and emotional match. But achieving long-lasting relationships often proves difficult for this intensely spiritual creature. This is perhaps why the owl finds its nocturnal companions, the fox and the bat, to be the best candidates to fit its complex needs.
All right, so I'm an owl. Welcome back, Mads. We got 3 more quizzes to get through. What the hell? I'll do them. We're going over time, but I'm not gonna not do them. They're here. I'm gonna move this one. I see the titles of the next one, so I'm gonna move the next one up. Walk through a garden with me.
Let's take a walk. As to where you end up, well, find that out together, won't we?
This one also might be long. You know what? Oh, well, fuck it. We'll do it. You know what? I'm just gonna speed run it. Oh no, 20 questions. That's not bad.
Come walk with me, would you? You can take my hand as we go, if you want.
Hold it, but just for a moment. A squeeze for luck.
Here's the gate. Do you want to be the one to open it?
Let's open it together.
A beautiful garden opens up before you. Wide, sprawling, lush with life. There are many paths. You cannot see the end of any of them. Which one should we choose?
I want to see what other people are saying.
There are many different beautiful flowers along the path. Here, smell this one. But try not to pick any, please.
That smells pretty good.
This flower smells like home.
Smell the vomit. God. Sheets and stuffed animals. Not clean per se, but something that makes your bed smell like you.
The color of this flower reminds you of childhood.
Purple. I'm a 90s kid.
You bend down close to this bloom, and it whispers to you that it used to be a person a long time ago. Who is it?
Oh my God. This quiz has got such different vibes than the other ones. You know what? I think that this is Dead of Being Beautiful. Dead of Being Beautiful. Dead of Being Beautiful. Dead of Being Beautiful. You know what? I think want to throw a wild one in there. No, that's good. Daphne. Let's go with Daphne.
There's a branch in the path.
Left.
One of the trees soars above the others, a weeping willow that bends over the other plants so that its cascading leaves nearly touch the ground. What do you see within it?
What do I see within it? Something I barely see.
It's shaped in a shifting shadow. You hear it whisper as the wind winds its way through the branches, trying to tell you something, but you can't.
What are you trying to tell me, Willow?
If you reach out a hand, sometimes a butterfly will alight on your finger. Go ahead. Try.
Yes. It's vibrant, so alight with color and possibility that it makes your head spin.
This garden is large, you know. It's possible that the
I love the fact that the soundtrack is now completely incongruous with this like fucking way that I'm reading this shit.
It's possible that there's someone else, even multiple people out there among the flowers, just far enough that we cannot see them. What do you think?
It's an unsettling idea that there might be someone just out of sight. Show yourself.
That flower? No. Haunted, I think is the word.
It has been forgotten.
There's another branch in the path. You have to choose this time.
Let's go back right.
Have you picked any flowers? Be honest with me, please.
No, I grew up a Boy Scout. Leave no trace. I'll be honest about that.
Are you telling the truth?
Yes.
Looking at ivy, climbing up around a signpost. How do you think you grow?
How do I think I grow? Holding tight onto some firm support.
There'll be a destination at the end of this walk. Why are you going there?
For the journey.
Let's stop in this patch of wildflowers just for a moment. Not too long. Listen to the flowers. Tell me what you hear.
Yikes.
They tell you to stay. They say you could grow among them if you tried. They tell you that you're wanted here.
We're almost there. I'll have to go soon. If you can say anything, if you can say something if you have anything to say. Find me later at Trickster Saint on Tumblr, less than 3.
Sure.
All right. We'll have to go alone from here. How should we say goodbye?
A final embrace before you go.
The pond. You come across a lovely clear pond, dotted with water lilies and filled with beautiful fish of every color. The grass trails away into soft dirt for a shore. You step closer, look closer, and there, deep in the water, you think you can see something. Something you've wanted, something you've yearned for. It's there out in the pond, out past the lilies and the wonderful fish. Maybe you'll try to get it. Maybe you'll take off your shoes and swim out as far as you can. Stretch your arms out down as far as possible. Push yourself as deep as you can go. You know just from looking at it, though, you can feel in your heart that the pond will always be just deeper than you're able to traverse. It will always be just past your fingertips. Always just out of reach.
Am I gay, Test? What? Anyway, what gravity falls anomaly am I? I never looked at Journal 3 Gravity Falls and wondered, I wonder what the heck was Ford's problem. No? Oh, well, wonder no more. Howdy, hey! To start, how do you feel around other humans? Not the best at socializing, but I get by. You're out on a walk. What's your favorite part of the day? On a walk.
I got to sit and ate my snack while people watching. I thought it was say people were watching. No, people watching the activity. Probably, yeah. Nice outdoor day. Coziest place? Dark cave with a campfire, beach at night, cafe on top of the mountains with a perfect view. My room with sleep paralysis, demon standing by the door. Library hidden corner, right on the carpet floor with a bit of sunlight streaming in. Oh, yeah. Oh, give me that shit. Put it right in my veins. Next. What's your opinion on wood? Would you say? Because it means boner. Choose one. How? What? Why? When? Who? No. What? Very important question. What's your opinion on facial hair? Love it. I actually have some. Stop trying to see if I'm gay. There's nothing there's nothing wrong with it, but I have a wife. You know, it could mean I'm bi, but like I identify as a straight man, and despite so many other parts of my personality seeming to indicate otherwise, that does unfortunately seem to be true. What result am I hoping to get? Yeah, but I ever take a straightness test? Shit, you're right. I could be a secret different option. And I don't mean ace, I mean like something different than straight, gay, ace, or like anywhere on the spectrum. Like, what if I'm secretly most attracted to like the sky? Planets? I don't know. Stop being silly! Let's get real. Let's get down to brass tacks, people. What's your biggest fear? Yeah, well, you see, 3 and 1 are kind of related to each other. Probably more 3. Biggest goal? Maybe 2? Maybe 2. I mean, all of these are good things. All of these are things that I would like. But probably 2. If I were to be honest with myself, probably 2. Who comes first? My pack. Love you, baby. Choose an object. Oil lamp, mirror, knife, pot of gold, crown, bucket, pocket watch. Object. I mean, crown would be pretty cool too. Just pot of gold, you know what that's telegraphing for pot of gold. Crown, ooh, crown. You could also sell that for money. Choose a door. It's made of stone. You can hear birds chirping on the other side. Old wood. It's no door. It's a portal. A rabbit hole. A regular door. But you can hear your childhood calling through it. Big and golden. Clearly made for someone of importance. A tiny puddle you must swim in, and you don't know how long. But the other side, it's worth it. This would probably get me to open the door. This would probably like really freak me out in a way that would get me. Let's say you wake up in the fairy market. You're surrounded by anomalies, different languages and cultures. What do you do? It's street food time. I'm putting everything in my mouth. I wish I could, but I'm allergic to gluten, and probably magic gluten isn't any better. Yeah, try to fit in order to not draw attention and browse the items. Next. I'm curious, do you like to kill? I swear I'm not a cop. Yeet. Yeah, what the fuck? No.
I don't know, man. Yeah. You know what? You know what? This one. I don't know, man. It kind of sounds like you're a cop. Choose your favorite of the following. Golf, but you're on laughing gas. Riding a giant bird that sounds like Johnny Depp. An angsty fanfic that promises comfort at the end but hasn't been updated in a decade, but the writer swears they'll update it soon. Halloween time, but there's Christmas music everywhere. White room with nothing. There are no chairs, but everywhere you sit is comfortable. You are allowed one item for entertainment. A fighting ring where you get to fight everyone that pissed you off. Tree house. The big vast ocean, but you're really in an aquarium and have no idea. Well, that last one sounds like hell, so no, not that one. This sounds like a fun time. Choose one way of self-defense. Barking at people. Do a dance to confuse them. Smoke bomb! You've been given an assignment as a group project. What do you do? The boring option. What am I most insecure of? No one's judging. My feet. How much hair I have. Eating habits. My hygiene. Probably eating habits of these things. How much hair I have. Man, I gotta get a fucking haircut. Like, my hair is pretty close to the length that my avatar's hair is. Most of the time in recent years. Man, it's too long. I need to get a cut. But I'm not like insecure about it. I just I want to get a haircut. What is one of your good qualities? Perception, chaos, kindness, experience. I like to think it's kindness. I think I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice guy. Why can't women take me? I'm a nice guy. No. Choose a hobby. Singing. I do. The ones I do are 1, 4, and 5. The 4 isn't a hobby, and 5 is everyone. So 1 it is. You're extremely bored. What will cue my boredom? Games. Time for your reading assignment. Choose a genre. I don't care. Those interactive books, nonfiction, romance, fantasy, horror, action. Reading, huh? If I'm reading, I'm probably reading nonfiction because I'm a fucking lame-ass bitch. Someone left a child with me. You must entertain this kid. The world is depending on me. How do I archive this? There's supposed to be an E there. Show the child the building blocks to build and destroy anything they build. Read them stories and pretend to fall asleep to make them laugh. Whatever the child wants to play, I will join them. Quack at the child. Yeah, I'll let the kid take the lead. Your normal walking gravity falls and come across 3 anomalies. Choose your favorite creatures. Skip, a little guy that can, in fact, not skip. They are blue and furry and chirp to get your attention. Billy, a one-eyed squid-looking cutie. They aren't triangular-shaped, nor do they have a top hat, so it's okay. The tentacles reach out to hold your hand hesitantly, almost shy. Rex, a regular dog that wags their tail for you. They meow. Skip sounds neat. Choose who to save.
The other two will die.
Sorry, I'm already all in on Skip. How do you feel? Those creatures died. They died because of you. It wasn't on me. It was on you. Tell me a secret, a joke, or a lie. Oh, hold on. Perfect. I'm time, baby! Your thoughts are deep and wise, but you're often looked down upon and seen as immature. You don't get to let it get to you usually, but sometimes you just need to show others who's really the boss. The boss, baby. Time is an illusion.
And you control it.
Sick! All right. One last quiz. And that quiz is... which D-tier cryptid am I? Mothman, Bigfoot, the Yeti, Nessie, the A-team of the paranormal. Everybody's heard of these cryptids. Then there's more obscure ones like Champ, the Ningen, the Flatwoods Monster, the Hopkinsville Goblins. Oh my god. The Fresno Nightcrawlers. Interesting, eerie, maybe a little less known, but still popular enough to have a following. And then there's these cryptids. Unless you live in the town they're from, you probably haven't heard of them. One of them is literally just a hairless guinea pig. But even cryptozoology Z-listers need a day in the sun. So find out which bottom of the barrel, completely unknown cryptid you are and what that might mean about your personality. Yeah, okay. Disclaimer that we're not being racist. I apologize in advance for the line breaks. Some of them work, some of them don't. All right. Here we go. Oh, fuck off. What are your overall feelings about cryptids? Let's see. Probably this one. It's complicated. Do I believe in Bigfoot? No. But do I believe that there are unexplained phenomena in our world? Well, yeah. I suppose there could be cryptids. I guess. Sure. How would I describe myself? Either introvert or ambivert, I guess. I mean, I'm an introvert. I'm an introvert that has I'm an introvert that has periodic, intense extrovert attacks. Like, I need to express myself creatively and I need to perform for people. But whenever I'm not doing that, fucking leave me alone. Sounds mean, but it's how my brain works. What after school activity did I make my entire personality? Band, theater kid, anime, sport I watched, weed, mudding, fishing, dramatic goth bullshit in the Denny's parking lot, sport I played, gainful employment. I like to get out in nature. This is hard because, like, I guess theater kid, because that's kind of what I ended up being, but I dabbled in a lot of these. Not mudding. Not that, certainly. But yeah. Or being a horse girl. I was never a horse girl. But yeah, let's do that. Which better known cryptid do you most identify with, enjoy, or otherwise like? Jersey Devil, Bigfoot, Hopkinsville Goblins. Don't know what those are. Nessie, Hoop Snake, Ningen, El Chupacabra, the Beast of Bray Road. Any animal that shows up where it shouldn't be. Mongolian death worms. Fresno Nightcrawlers, or the Mothman. If I appreciate or otherwise like. I don't know. Mothman's kind of interesting. It's time to text your mom. Which of these would you be most likely to send her? No words, just a photograph of the animal that is the only grandchild she's ever going to get from you. A text continuing the conversation from last night. The two of you are good at asynchronous communication. Mom, come get me. I'm scared. Minions meme. Entire family group chat. Not cordial. Incredible gossip. All the heart emojis in a row. Thumbs up. You're on your way to visit. Sorry, snagged my microphone. You're on your... Oh, man. Yeah. It's this one. You're on your way to visit, so you're texting your ETA because you're trying for a good grade in child, something that is both normal to want and possible to achieve.
I feel sympathy for the ones of the people at the bottom. Sorry about all of you out there that might be trapped in this particular hell. You can have dinner with the one deceased person. For this hypothetical dinner, they can understand you. There's no language barrier or cultural barriers that will scare them out of a dinner conversation. Who do I pick? Family member or friend? Famous person I admire, famous person I hate, so they can try to kill them again. A random person or from an era or place I find interesting. Man. Probably this. I have a couple that I'd like to talk to again. If I want to be honest with myself, you're having that recurring dream again, the one you got a job at the traveling carnival. What's your job again? Clown and the children do not like me. Clown and the children do like me. Petting zoo attendant, guy who duct tapes the roller coaster together, cotton candy vendor. I run one of the extremely rigged games that nobody can win. I own the carnival. I'm the carnival's lawyer, and it's time to go, everyone! Need to be over the state line by midnight. Pack it up! I've on several occasions been paid real human money for a situation almost like that. In fact, today I was paid to basically do this. I taught an improv workshop for children. So there you go. As a cryptid, how do I wish to be perceived by the general public? Ooh. I want to be. I'm gonna go. Let me look at the options. I want the Machiavelli option. I want feared, but respected. Yeah, that one. You're very tired, but it's only 3 p.m. What do you do? Turn to for a pick-me-up. Normal energy drink, secret and evil energy drink, coffee, tea, nap. I'm not actually tired because I have a healthy normative sleep schedule that aligns with a 9 to 5 workday. I am a monster. Days over, back to bed. Take a brisk walk outside. I'm chugging a monster. Hey, it's Cryptic Chris. I'm chugging a monster. What do you know? Hollywood is going to put your story on screen. How will it go? Absolute blockbuster with A-list stars. International theatrical release. They replaced my voice with Chris Pratt's, but hey, that's Hollywood for you. There was a point where Chris Pratt and I actually looked pretty similar, but that was at his Parks and Rec fattest, so I don't think that's ever happening again. Unfortunately, my movie did so well, I got drafted to the MCU against my will. I had a Funko Pop made of me, and I'm considering changing my name. Anime movie for kids, prestige miniseries, quiet little indie darling. Tommy Wiseau directed it, and it went exactly as well as you'd think. It's a terrible movie, but people have fun watching it, and that's far better than having a forgettable movie. I don't think that's how it would go, but I do agree with the sentiments in this paragraph. It was my passion project, and while some people might call it pretentious and confusing, and a 3-hour tribute to affected self-possession, this was my story, and I told it the way I wanted. Oh, here we go. It's adult animation and does numbers on the festival circuit. It's virtually impossible to get a copy of it, and there's so many rumors about lost cuts and deleted scenes. Yeah, that's probably it. Which of these meme formats from days gone by resonates with you? Oh my god. Oh, whoa. Oh, I'm so old. Lolcats, demotivationals, advice animals. You're the man now, dog. Rage comets and copy pasta. This is tough. I remember all of these eras. I would say I probably had the most fun with advice animals. There was a time long ago where I was subscribed to the advice animals subreddit. Certainly not anymore. Not for a long time, but yeah, I'll say that one. What do I like most about myself? Style, voice, understanding of ecology. I'm soft-natured and kind, and the world won't beat that out of me. To advocate, spontaneous, react to all the changes, like the personality a lot.
And if I think about someone else, I would like to be my friend.
Parties, gamble, touch, animals. Actually, remember to put my laundry away most of the time. My space might be a little messy, but I love my home and like to keep it nice. Well, I'd like if that were true. I guess this, because it's one of my strengths, just sort of in general. I wouldn't say it's beautiful, but it's versatile. So there's that. What's your favorite Zelix scripted that you think I should know about? I'm gonna go with Tomond Jerry. Tomond Jerry. An amalgamation of a famous cat and mouse duo that haunts the backlots of the old MGM studios and will only leave you alone if you hit it with a frying pan. Period. Next. Ooh! Who's this motherfucker? My result is the Sandown Clown. He's got... What is that, a loop pedal? Is he fucking Ed Sheeran in concert? Is it a clown? Is it an alien? Is it a robot? Is it a ghost? Yes. The Sandown Clown is one of the sweetest cryptids, and that's part of what makes it part of the Cryptozoology Z team. Have you ever noticed that people talk about either how dangerous cryptids are or how thirsty they are for them? Sometimes both. See Mothman? Go watch his movie and then go look at the statue they made. There is no reason for his ass to look like that. But you're never going to find that kind of thirst or fear for the Sandown Clown. Well, I have it on excellent authority from a gentleman who would know that clowns are statistically the most hated of all creatures. The Sandown Clown is a gentle being who only wants a friend. The story behind this cryptid is that back in 1973, two kids on vacation on the Isle of Wight heard a noise like an ambulance siren. They followed the noise and found this and sad-looking robot clown who talked to them for half an hour. He said his name was Sam and that he was all colors. And then, after their chat, the kids left and so did the clown. He was never seen again. There was nothing sinister about him. He was just a sweet guy who posed no threat to anyone. And that's you, if you're the Sandown Clown. You're gentle, maybe a little too soft sometimes. Hey! I'm a big man! I'll beat you up! I'll beat you up in your face! And it's hard for you to be assertive and get what you want. Even when you have center stage and everybody's listening to you, you tend to stick to the status quo. You're afraid that people won't like you. You're afraid that something about you is grotesque or untrustworthy, but that's actually not the case. People will like you if given the chance, but sometimes your gentleness makes you fade into the background. Go away! What the fuck? Go away, man with Japan's oldest doctors. People like you given the chance, but sometimes your gentleness makes you fade in the background. You need to show the people what's so cool about you. You're made of all colors. Don't hide them. Well, it says I am nice and too self-deprecating, and you know what? That's probably true. This was great. I got the very underwhelming killer cactus.
Isn't that just any cactus if you run into it too fast? Or it gets swung at you like a weapon? But that's it. That is my slate of cryptids and my slate of quizzes. I meant to say the second thing as the first thing. This is a lot of fun. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I've seen other streamers do it. I thought it'd be fun to do, and it was fun to do. And it was fun that a couple of you were playing along. Thanks for joining me on this little adventure. I will be back on probably back on Sunday, and then back on Tuesday, and then back on the next Thursday, and the cycle will begin anew. YouTube.com /@Todd_football for VODs and shorts. Whew. Did all them quizzes. I feel all accomplished. Hey, you folks have a good night. I know I will, because I'm gonna have some ice cream. That's what I'm gonna do. You can do so too. If you so have ice cream, I give you permission. Anyway, see you later, everybody. I'm stretching. Oh, I'm stretching.